Alright guys, we're going to be taking the power bridge out of the avenue. Oh, actually, I don't want to take that little guy out. We're going to take these two screws out. Once you have the bike upside down in the stand, it's a lot easier to work on. We remove those two screws, and I like to just keep everything in a metal pan over here, a magnetic metal pan. Now these pins, you're actually just going to pull those right out with a pair of needle nose pliers. They're a little bit tight, but then they have to be so that they don't fall out. Once we get those pins out, we're going to find two more little screws down beneath where those spring pins were sitting. Those have to come out. Actually, they don't necessarily come out, but they have to be loosened all the way. Then we're going to take our Torx wrench, and now that those pins are out of the way, we can loosen these two. These attach the lock cylinder in place. Sometimes it's nice to have a magnet to pick these little guys up when they fall. Okay, and that is almost done. We've got a Phillips screwdriver here at the latch, or a Phillips screw at the latch. This has to come off. Let's pry that up. In here we have our release mechanism, and there's also a spring. That spring just sits right there on that little knob and goes in. Once we have all of that out of the way, we can kind of turn that key. Get that one more screw out of the way. Okay. And I think these little screws down here are still hanging on a bit. Alright, so I may have to turn the bike right side up again and have those screws fall out. I don't have a magnet that'll actually get down in there. So, one moment here. Okay, so yeah, that's exactly what I had to do. I had to flip the bike and kind of tap on this and get those two screws to actually fall out. And then this guy will come forward. Our lock mechanism, we have to just take the key out, and it comes out as an assembly there. And now here's our power bridge connection here, and this is what's given us our problem apparently somewhere in here. Once we get this folded back into the bike and these wires get all stuffed and kinked back in there, that's what's causing our bike not to power up. I'm just gonna turn a light on here, and we'll bring this camera out for a second, and we'll show you what this looks like. So our controller is way back under all of our cables. So we've got brake and derailleur cables running beneath this channel, and by the way, this channel has got to come out. So we just kind of pull on it from one side, and that edge will pop out, and then we can just begin to work that up. And I pull it out, you know, probably about 3/4 of the way or so, and get that out of the way. Now you can see there's our all-in-one harness. There's our brake and derailleur cable. Get our light back in here. There's our brake and derailleur cable, and everything running through the back of the bike, right down through that grommet there. So all of that, all of those cables need to be removed. We need to pull every cable out, pull out the pedal assist, we need to pull out the motor cable, disconnect everything before we're going to get that controller up out of there. And again, this plastic channel also has to be removed so that we get some clearance right here as well. All right.